This is the Math 125 Intermediate Algebra. Today we learned the examples of Chapter 1 homework. It's a Chapter 1 homework examples. First question, perform the indicated operations. If possible, simplify it. So this first chapter we will learn it's a review for the beginning algebra because the course is intermediate algebra. The prerequisite is beginning algebra, also called elementary algebra. So here we are going to learn its operations of real numbers, including addition, subtraction, multiplication, and the divisions of real numbers, and solve for the linear equation. So first question, we will do addition, subtraction, and multiplication, divisions, and the order of operations. First question, it's for the fraction. This one is your homework questions. So I'm giving you examples. First question, example A. First question A, example, negative 1/6 minus 2/3. This one. First of all, we need to find the LCD, this common denominator. And since this is a 6, this is 3, so 3 just times by 2, you will get 6. So the 6 is LCD, this common denominator. So you need just this both numerator denominator times by 2. If you cancel it, it's the same as the original one. So it's the same as negative 1/6 minus 4/6. 4/6 is equal to 1/3. And now they have the same denominator, 6. So the numerator, negative 1, negative 4. Negative 1 minus 4 is equal to minus negative plus negative 4. Minus 4 is the same as plus negative 4. A minus B definition of subtraction is A plus opposite of B, negative B. So the minus 4 is the same as plus opposite of 4, which is negative 4. And both are negative, so you add together is get negative 5/6. Second, 1A, another example like this one. Negative 1/9 minus 1/3. Minus 1/3. Also find the LCD. LCD, since this is 9, this is 3. So the LCD is just 9. So you do, because 3 times 3 is 9. So both numerator denominator times by 3. So you will get as net 1/9 minus 3/9. Then same denominator is 9. Numerator is negative 1, negative 3. And negative 1 minus 3 is negative 1. Add negative 3 by the definition of subtractions. And denominator it's 9. So you add together. So it's negative 4/9. Then next question B. Question 1B. Question 1B. This it's your homework question. So example. Example, it's a negative 3A and minus negative 5/6, minus negative 5/6. So also, first of all, find out LCD, denominator, and A and the 6. The LCD, how to find LCD? A and the 6, put in the division box. Common factor, A and the 6 have common factor 2. A divided by 2 get quotient 4. 6 divided by 2 gets 3. And 4 and the 3, no more common factor. Common factor is just 1. If you divide it by 1, it's still 4 and the 3. Doesn't change. So we stop and multiply those out. That's LCD. 2 times 4 times 3. and get 24. So LCD is 24. Then we figure out the equivalent fraction with the LCD 24. So this means the 8 need to be times by 3, got 24, and numerator also times by 3. And 6 has times by 4, so numerator also times by 4. And you will get the equivalent fraction is negative 3 times 3 is negative 9 over 24. Minus negative times negative become plus. 5 times 4 is 20 over 6 times 4 is 24. They have the same denominator, 24. Then you do negative 9 add 20. So it's 20 minus 9, got 11 over 24. Another example, 1b example. Here, this one, negative 2 over 15 minus negative 9 over 20. Find the LCD of 15 and 20. So you put 15 and 20 on a division box. 15 and 20 common factor is 5, both divisible by 5. Because 15 divided by 5 got 3. 20 divided by 5 got 4. And the 3, 4 common factor is just 1. So then you times those together. So LCD is 5 times 3 times 4. And you got 60. It's their LCD. So then you write equivalent fraction with 60. So 60 divided by 15 is 4. 15 times by 4 is 60. So numerator and denominator both times by 4. And 60 divided by 20 is 3. So 20 times 3 is 60. So both numerator and the denominator times by 3. One is 3 here, one is 4 here. So now you got the equivalent fraction. First one is negative 2 times 4. It's negative 8 over 15 times 4 is 60. Minus times together is a plus. Then 20 times 3 is 60. And 9 times 3 is 27. Then equal to same denominator is 60. Then you do 27 minus 8. You will get 19. So that's the next question. It's C. This is your homework question. Your homework question, 1C. This one is your homework question. Let's give one example. This time we do division. This is an example. Negative 3 over 7 divided by negative 9 over 14. Division. So when we do division, A over B divided by C over D. First of all, we have to change this division sign, become multiplication, and C over D, reciprocal, become D over C. Reciprocal, D over C. And then you multiply numerator AD and times denominator BC. So this is the rule for the division of fraction. So this one, first fraction is negative 3 over 7. And division sign change to multiplication. The second reciprocal is 14 over 9. Then you do multiplication. Negative times negative is a positive. Cancel common factor 3, and the 9 have common factor 3. Cancel 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 14 and the 7 have common factor 7. Divided by 7 is 1. 14 divided by 7 is 2. Negative times negative is a positive. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. So it's 2/3 after divided. The next question, next example. Here, this example. So number 1C, another example, negative 5 over 4 divided by negative 25 over 8. This one. So we do division. Also negative 5 over 4. First of all, division change to multiplication, and the second fraction, you reciprocal, become negative 8 over 25. Then you cancel common factor, like 8 divided by 4, get 2. And 5 over and 25, cancel 5, get negative 1, cancel 5. 25 divided by 5, it's a 5. Then negative times negative positive, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 5 is a 5. So this is a division. Then D is the order of operations. The homework question, this one is your homework question. And 1D, example. Example like this one, have absolute value. Absolute value, this one. Absolute value, negative 2 times 4 minus 3 times 7. Absolute value, minus 2 times negative 2. So this bar means this means absolute value. So this one is going to be multiplication do first, then do subtraction. Multiply negative 2 times 4 is negative 8, minus 3 times 7 is 21, and negative times negative is positive. 2 times 2 is 4. Then both are negative, and you become add together negative 8. This is a negative 8. Add negative 21. Absolute value plus 4. Add together, it's absolute value negative 29 plus 4. Then negative 29, take absolute value, become positive. Absolute value. Then add 4. And you got is 33. Absolute value, if a negative number, take absolute value, become positive. A positive number, still positive. Negative number, take absolute value, become positive. Another example, this example, this one, number 1D. Example is absolute value negative 4 times 6 here. Minus 5 times 9, take absolute value, minus 4. So first of all, you do multiplication, then do subtraction. So the negative times positive is negative 24, minus 5 times 9 is 45, minus 4. Then do inside the absolute value, negative 24, add negative 49 is negative 69, take absolute value, minus 4. Negative number, take absolute value, become positive 69 minus 4. Then 69 minus 4, you got 65. So that's, and then E, this question, E, that's your homework question. This one is your homework question. Let's do one example. 1E, example, this example. 9 minus 3 times negative 15 divided by 3 squared plus absolute value of 1 minus 9 absolute value. So this is we practice for the order of operation. The order of operation, we first one you do you will do inside the grouping symbol first. Grouping symbol, and grouping symbol means like brace, bracket, and parenthesis do first. Second one you do exponent first. Exponent first. The third one, you do multiplication, division from left to the right. The last one, do addition, subtraction from left to the right. And this is the order of operations. So here, the minus, you do last one. Last one, do minus. So don't do 9 minus 3 and get 6. It's wrong. Because you have to do multiplication, division before subtraction and addition. So this part I have to do first. And this absolute value have to do. So this multiplication division do from left to the right. The left one is multiplication, then do right. division. Exponent also have to do first. So it's 9 minus 3 times negative 15. It's a negative 45. 3 times negative 15. It's a negative 45 divided by 3 squared. 3 squared is 3 times 3. 3 squared is 3 times 3 equal 9. It's not 3 times 2. It's 3 times 3 equal 9. And plus, and 1 minus 9 is what? Negative 8. 1 minus 9 is negative 8. Take absolute value. So then you do division. So 9 minus negative 45 divided by 9 is a negative 5. And plus negative 8, take absolute value, is a positive 8. And then you do negative minus become plus 5 and plus 8. So 9 plus 5 is 14 plus 8, and you will get 22. So this is we practice for the order of operations. Next one, example. Number 1E. Example. It's this question. It's 11 minus 5 times negative 50 divided by 5 squared plus absolute value 3 minus 15. This question have an exponent. You have to do before multiplication division. So 5 squared, you have to 5 times 5 is 25. Inside the absolute value, you have to do first. So it's 11 minus 5 times, here's times negative 50 divided 5 squared is 5 times 5 is 25. It's not 5 times 2. If 5 times 2, you should put this way. 5 squared is 5 times 5 is 25. So and plus 3 minus 15 is 15 minus 3 is 12. So 3 minus 15 is negative 12. And then do my subtraction and the division is do last. We have to do multiplication division before addition subtraction. So for multiplication division, do from left to right. So do multiplication first and then do divider. So it's 11 minus this 5 times negative 50 is negative 250. Then divided by 25. Add. This absolute value of negative number become positive 12. Then do division. So it's 11 minus negative 250 divided by 25 is negative 10. Then you add 12. Then minus become plus. So add together, this one add together is 33. Then next example, F. F, this is your question. Number 1F, this is your question. Let's try example 1F. Example, it's 3 squared minus 8, 3 minus 2, negative 1, negative 12. This one, first of all, exponent you have to do first, and inside the parentheses do first. So 3 squared is 3 times 3. 3 squared is 3 times 3 equal 9. It's not 3 times 2. Then minus 8. Then 3 minus, you cannot do this minus. You cannot do 3 minus 2. Because minus addition subtraction is the last step. We first step, you have to finish inside the grouping symbol first. So negative 1, negative 12 is negative 1 add negative 12. That is negative 13. So this add together is negative 13. And then you cannot do subtraction. You cannot do subtraction. You have to do multiplication before subtraction. So those just copy them. And this multiplication, negative become positive. 2 times 13 is 26. Then you have to finish this grouping symbol first. You cannot subtract first because here's multiplication. You have to do before subtraction. So 8 times what? 3 add 26 is 29. Then you do multiplication. 9 minus 8 times 29. 29 times 8 is 232. Then minus 232. Then 232 minus 9, you got 223. But since the smaller one minus larger one, so it's a negative. Next example. And still EF, number 1, question 1F, example. Example, it's this one. 4 cubed, this one. 4 cubed minus 7, bracket 5 minus 4, negative 3, negative 4. So by the order of operations, exponent, you have to do first inside the grouping symbol, do first. 4 cubed is not 4 times 3 because 4 times 3 is 12. 4 cubed is 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16 times 4 is 64. So 4 cubed is 64 and copy that. Minus 7, 5 minus 4, copy that. And do this part first. Negative 3 minus 4 is a negative 3. Add negative 4. It's a negative 7. So this finish is a negative 7. And then you cannot subtract first because here has multiplication. We have to multiply first. 7 times. Inside this have a subtraction, multiplication. And those multiplication, negative times negative, add. 4 times 7 is 28. Multiplication do first. Then do addition. So it's 64 minus 7 times. Those add together is 33. 5 add 28 is 33. Then do multiplication. 64 minus 231. Then do subtraction. 231 minus 64. 7, negative 167. The next question, question 2. Remove the parentheses and simplify it. So A to A. Example. Now this one is your homework question. Example is here. It's 2, 3n minus 4, 2n minus 3 minus 2 n minus 6. So equal to. First of all, you have to use distributive property to remove the parentheses first. So we got is 2, 3n minus 4 times 2, n is minus 2, minus an. Negative times negative is positive. 4 times 3 is 12. Minus 2 times n, 2n. Negative times negative become plus. 2 times 6. 2 times 6 is 12. Plus 12. Then you can combine like term is 2. 3n minus 8n is negative 5n plus 12. And minus 2n plus 12. Then use the distributive property to remove the bracket. 2 times negative 5n is negative 10n plus 2 times 12 is 24. Minus 2n plus 12. Copy that. Then combine the like term, the n term. Negative 10n add negative 2n is negative 12n. Constant term combined, 24 add 12 is 36. And the two unlike term, you cannot combine. That's 2A example. Then next example is still 2A example. this example, question 2a example is this one. 4 times 5n minus 6 times 3n minus 2 bracket minus 4 times 2n minus 8. So for this one also, innermost parenthesis do first, distributive property, remove the parenthesis. So it's a 4, 5n, minus 6 times 3n is 18n, negative times negative is positive, 6 times 2 is 12, minus 4 times 2n is 8n, negative times negative is positive, 4 times 8, 32. Then combine like term in the bracket. So it's 5n minus 18n is negative 13n plus 12, and minus 8n plus 32. Then use distributive property to remove parentheses. 4 times negative 13n is negative 52n plus 4 times 12 is 48 minus 8n plus 32. So then these two n terms combined, both are negative. So you add together, negative 52 add negative 8 is a negative 60n. And the constant term combined, 48 add 32 is a positive 80. The next example, 2b, example 2b. B, this is your homework question. Let's do this 2b example. Here is 12x to the power 4 minus 3x minus 9, 2x minus 3x to the power 4. So first of all, we have to remove the parentheses, use distributive property. So this copy down, 12x to the power 4 minus 3x minus 9 times 2x is 18x. Negative times negative timed together is a positive. 9 times 3, 27x to the power 4. Then the term with the same variable, same exponent, 4, we call like term, we can combine. So add together, 12 add 27 is 39x to the power 4. And the term with the same degree, 1, x term combined. Negative 3 add negative 18 is negative 21 x. And the two term, unlike term, we cannot combine. So that's final answer. Then next question is solve for the linear equation problem, 3a. Number 3a, this is your homework question. Let's see an example. Example like this one. It's 1/3 x minus 5/6 equals 7/6. Solve this equation. So you can move this constant term, which is add 5/6, add 5/6, and that's 0. So you got 1/3 x equals 7/6, add 5/6. Then you add together. So it's 1/3 x equals 6. 7 add 5 is 12/6. And 12 divided by 6 is 2. So it's 1/3 x equal 2. Then you times by 3 both sides. And 3 cancel. You will get x. X equals 6. And then next question, example, 3a example here. 3a example, this 1/5 x minus 7/15 equals a/15. This example. So also you can add 7/15, add 7/15, and this is 0. So you got is 1/5 x equals, same denominator is 15. A add 7 is 15/15, which is 1. So it's 1/5 x equal 1. So then you times by 5 both sides. This 5 cancel. So you will get x equal 5. Then 3b, this is your homework question. Example here is 6x minus 5 equals 24x. Solve for the x. Solve for the x. Solve for x, you can make all the x term on left or all the x term on right, either way. So you can I do all the minus 6x both sides. So I make x term on the right. So get negative 5 equal 24x minus 6x is 18x. Then isolate x. So we are divided by 18 both sides. This 18 cancel. So you get x equal negative 5 over 18 and put down x first equal negative 5 over 18. Another example, question 3b. Example here. 3b example. This question, ax minus 7 equals 26x. Now this time I try make x term on left and the constant term on right and move over, change the sign. So it's ax 26x move to the left of equality, change the sign, minus 26x. Negative 7 move to the right of equality, negative 7 change to positive 7. So then that's x term on can combine. A minus 26x is a negative 18x equals 7. Then divided by negative 18 on both sides. So you will get x equals, this cancel, negative 7 over 18. Like this one, 7 over negative 18 is equal negative 7 over 18 is equal negative 7 over 18. So this negative sign you can put on denominator or put on the numerator or put on the front of fraction. They are equal. That's question 3. Then B, question 3b. Question 3c, example. Solve for the equation again. This is your homework question. 3c example. It's this is an example. 4x minus 6 equal negative 54. So this question, you can cancel this 3 because the 54 is divisible by 3. So here's multiplication. You can divide it by 3 both sides. Cancel it. So we'll get it's 4x minus 6 equals negative 18. 54 divided by 3, 18. And then you add 6 both sides. Add 6 both sides. And this, and you get 4x equals negative 18 add 6 is negative 12. And then you divide it by 4 both sides and cancel. So it's x equals negative 12 divided by 4, you got negative 3. So next one is another example, this 3c example. It's a 5, 6x minus a equal negative 60. You can divide it by 5 both sides first. That will be easier. And if you don't divide it by 5, you remove the parentheses, distributive in. 5 times 6, x is 30x minus 5 times 8, it's a 40 equal negative 60. And then you add 40 both sides, and you will get 30x equals negative 20. Then divided by 30 both sides. Cancel, and this 0 cancel. So you will get x equals negative 2/3. 3D. 3D. This is your homework questions. Example here. 3D example. This one. 1/3 x minus 1/6 x and equals 2 minus 1/12 x. So this one. This one, you can simplify this. There are many ways to do. One way is find LCD. This is 3, this is 6, and this it's 2 is 2 over 1, and this is 12. So 3, 6, 1, 12. And denominator, find LCD is just 12 times just 12. So you do both sides times by 12. So distributive in become this term times 12, second term times 12, this term times 12, this term also times 12, each term times 12. So then 12 divided by 3 got 4x minus 12 divided by 6 is 2x equal 2 times 12 is 24 minus 12, 12 cancel, get x. So then combined, so 2x equals 24 minus x. Then you add x. So you will get is 2x add x, 3x equal 24. Then divided by 3, 3 cancel. So you will get x equal 8. Another one, it's 3e. Question 3e. Example. This is 3e question, original your homework questions. This 3e example. It's 13y minus 22y minus 16 minus 8y. Solve for y. So first of all, you can combine like term. So it's 13y equals 22 minus 8y is 14y minus 16. Then you minus 14y minus 14y both sides, and you will get it's negative y equal negative 16. Then times by negative 1 both sides become positive. So this is y equals 16. 3e, another example. Next example is here 15y equals 24y minus 18 minus 10y. So also first of all, we combine like term. 24y minus 10y will be equals 14y minus 18. Then minus 14y minus 14y. So 15y minus 14y is y, so equal negative 18. Then next one, 3f. 3f, this is the homework question. Example here, 3f, it's 2 times x minus 3 plus 1 equal x plus 3 times x minus 4. So first of all, we have to remove the parentheses, use distributive property. So it's 2x, 2 times 3 minus 6 plus 1 equal x times it plus 3x. And positive times negative is negative. 3 times 4 is 12. Then combine like term. Get negative 6 add 1, it's negative 5 equals x plus 3x is 4x minus 12. And then we go, I move this 2x to this side, change the sign minus 2x. And move this minus 12 to this side, become positive, become 12 minus 5. Constant term move to the one side, change the sign. And 2x move to the other side, change to minus. And minus change to the other side, become positive 12. Then combine like term. 12 minus 5 is 7 equal 4x minus 2x is 2x. Then divided by 2 both sides. 2 cancel. So you will get x equals 7 over 2. Next one, question 4. Solve for this we call literal equation. 4a example. Given this formula, it's area equals 1/2 base times height, and solve for b. So this one, it's going to be triangle area. Base is b, height is h. The area is base times height divided by 2. This is triangle area formula. Solve for b. So isolate b. So we have to remove 2, remove h. So this, in order to make 2, so times 2 both sides. And that's 2 cancel. So we'll get is 2a equals b times h. Solve for b. So we will get b equal what? So divided by h both sides. H cancel. So you got b equals 2a over h. That's solve for b. Next one is another example. It's 4a example. Another formula is this: surface area equal 2 pi r times h, and solve for h. So this one, this formula is we call a cylindrical cylinder, right cylinder. We call lateral surface area. Lateral surface area. This circumference is 2 pi r times h. That's a lateral surface around the cylinder area formula. Solve for h, so isolate h. So isolate h, you just do what? Divided by 2 pi r both sides. Cancel 2 pi r and get h. So h equals s over 2 pi r. And next one, it's number 4b example. 4b is this. This is your homework question example. Solve for h. Is area equals 1/2 a plus b times h. Solve for h. So isolate h. So what is this formula? This is a trapezoid. Trapezoid. Upper base a, lower base b. The height is h. Area of trapezoid is equal upper base, lower base add together. The sum of the base times by height divided by 2. So 1 isolate h. So you times 2 both sides. So you will get is 2a equals a plus b times h. So 1h equal what? So divided by a plus b both sides. And a plus b cancel, and you will get h. So we'll get h equals 2a over a plus b. Another one, 4b, another example. 4b, another example here. This is a slope-intercept form of the linear equation y equal mx plus b. Then you solve for the x. This is a slope-intercept form of a line, a linear equation. Slope-intercept form. Solve for x. We want to get x equal what? So we have to make b on the other side cancel. So get y minus b equal m times x. So then we have to m go the other side. Divided by m both sides. Then you got x. X equals y minus b over n. That's solve for the x. That's a literal equation. And next one is going to be question 5. Question 5 example. the parameter of a rectangular calculator. It's example parameter is 50 centimeter. The width is 5 centimeter less than the length. And find the width and the length of the parameter. So of the rectangle. So the rectangle have a length and the width. The longer one we call length. The shorter one we call width. Now, parameter is equal twice because there's two lengths. Add. There's two width. Add width. So it's length add width and add together doubled is the parameter. And for this question, if a parameter is 50, the width is 5 less than the length. Here say width is 5 less than length. So if I let the length is L equal to L, if the length is L, so the width is 5 less than L, length is L, but 5 less than L, we would